Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Turfway Park here on Thursday. It's the 7th of December 2023. Gonna look at the sixth race from Turfway, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Let's look at the sixth from Turfway, which is an allowance optional claimer per $78,000. Races for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won 7,500 twice at the main claim starter or state bred race, or it's never won 3 races. Optional claim price $40,000. We have a field of 7 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground of 2,000 meters, or the distance of ground of 1.25 miles on the all-weather to Peter surface. 2,000 meters, 1.25 miles here, and the Turfway featured. I love that Turfway cards more of these 1.25 mile races. I believe it's the third or fourth one of the meeting. And if I'm not mistaken, if I looked at the conditioning book correctly, there's quite a few more of them. But the more the merrier for me. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 2 horse She's Gone. I'm going to go 2-5-4-6 in the superfecta. 2-5-4-6 super. Top selection, the 2 horse She's Gone. This 4-year-old filly by Curlin. Victoria Oliver trains, and Martine Garcia gets to mount. The horse's most recent appearance came on the 12th of November at Churchill, 1.25 miles off the turf on the dirt in an optional 80 claimer, and the horse finished 5th by 6 lengths that day. And he was with them early on, seeing some pedestrian pace, and then just kind of crumbled that day. His dirt numbers aren't just, it was his dirt debut, and they're just not up to par. He likes synthetic, the turf. Come to synthetic today for the first time where, the turf form shows up a lot more. He's going to be in a better spot to win. I also think they shouldn't put him on the front end. I think on this track, just coming from a little bit behind should suit him well. 2 back at Keeneland, a very tough allowance race going 1.5 miles on the 15th of October. He finished 4th by 4.25 lengths. R. Kelly Kim, who was the next star winner, I believe in the Long Island, really took off clear. This horse is just wide, but was gaining that day. I thought he ran decently behind a decent horse that day. And then back at Churchill in mid-September, 1.5 miles on the turf in optional 80. He finished 7th by 8.25 lengths that day and just never really showed up. I do think that day the trip was too short. And then mid-August at Ellis, 1 mile 16th in optional 50. She finished 2nd by 1.25 lengths, a little bit wide, but again, she was gaining that day. If you look at her form the end of last season, she was facing some tough horses. She ran to start the season, actually. She ran in the Endeavor, then ran last year's Miss Revere, ran in the QE2 Cup at Keeneland against some tough horses. She hasn't won since mid-September of 2022. That came at Kentucky Downs, a mile allowance race where she won by 3/4 length, going away with it. I thought that was a very good effort. Coming to the 1.25 miles again to Topeka, I'm going to give her a shot. I think the 5 horse here, Lilac Girl, could win also for Tyler Connor and Jonathan Thomas. Was a winner at Keeneland in mid-October quite nicely, going 1 mile in an allowance race. Winning by 3/4 length from a tracking trip. She really took off clear. Prior to that, going to Kentucky Downs off the bench in an allowance race, she finished 5th by 5.25 lengths that day, and she just wasn't comfortable that day. She was wide, and she never really settled. Her one race locally where she broke her maiden was quite nicely done with the 75 buyer from a stupidly wide post draw. I think she goes up a lot with a longer trip, and it wouldn't surprise me if she wins. I'll use her in the late pick 4 that begins with this race. But to recount my selection for the 6 from Turfway, going to take the 2 horse She's Gone. Also going to use the 5 horse Lilac Girl, 2-5-4-6 super, 2-5 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5. Good luck, everybody.